another interesting, hopefully, and value added opportunity through LinkedIn Live today. So thanks for attending. Feel free to use chat at any time. Love to bring your comments onto the show and recognize you. So if you're out there listening and you've got a question or a comment, whatever, feel free to type it in. I'll share it, and maybe we can all learn together. Well, with that said, what's the real focus today? Well, it starts with an R. One is relevancy, but it leads to return on investment. And the key is getting a return on your investment. And the biggest investment you make on LinkedIn is your time. Next investment is your people. And next investment is usually your time for thought and preparation and review and optimization. And then ultimately, there's probably some money involved. So if you bundle it all together, what is your expected rate of pay? What would you work for uh, in order to keep working? Well, we've got a person on now, Tamara Todovic. Hello. Thank you for joining. Glad to have you. Uh, Anybody else, feel free to use chat. Love to recognize you and do what I can to help you. So getting back to return on investment, one has to be able to say, what is it? Come up with a number, 50, 100, $10, whatever it is, an hour or a week or whatever period of time, doesn't matter. Write it down. If someone was to call you up today and say, I'm going to have you do for me what you're doing for yourself, what would you want from me? Well, that would be a number you could probably get your arms around and qualify your return on investment based on a number like that. Next step, how many hours are you going to put in a day, a week? Again, simple. And what is your expectation? And what is your result? And where did you come out ahead or short? And if you do that on a regular basis, it'll keep you more focused on what's working and hopefully give you an opportunity to move away from things that aren't working. And that applies to people too. You know, too many people try to raise the dead instead of just give birth. And, you know, I just see it over and over again. Oh, this is a great person. You know, look at their background, look at their experience, look at what they do. But, you know, there's another aspect of it. What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to them? What do you make it worthwhile for them to redirect time, interest, and whatever towards you? And that's something you should have ready in advance because that should be the expectation. So, getting back to measuring return on investment, you know, how many hours a week do you put into LinkedIn? What do you get out? What have you gotten out? What's the net here? How much business have you generated? How many strategic relationships have you built? How many opportunities for collaboration and for support have you developed? And whatever it is, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. Oh, here's Chris Barkhurst. I spent over $1,500 and 8 hours on LinkedIn ads to aid my job search. Zero conversion, zero ROI. Well, Chris, that's totally not unusual. Most people, you know, I always looked at it as people who give you tips. If they were that good, why aren't they using them? Why are they going through somebody else to receive money in advance for something that hasn't been proven possibly or may not even be applicable to the individual? So, you know, I think everybody can learn from everybody's experience, and that's why getting to know people, getting to know what people can bring to the table, and getting to know what they can do with you and vice versa is key. All you want to do is get the few people that you need to put the puzzle together in a way that, you know, you complement each other, you collaborate, you amplify each other's content, You're there for support. It's so essential. Doing LinkedIn on your own, why? What's so great about being by yourself, being self-sufficient, not knowing enough to really do it right, but thinking that if you keep doing it, it'll turn out? LinkedIn gives you fast results and pretty much same day. There's nothing coming the next day because the next post is going to be up, for review. So the key is if you're not building, you're going backwards. And no wonder you're frustrated. No wonder there's a plateau in front of so many people that they can't break through. And it's all about, for things to change, you have to change. And you need to adopt new people. Tamara says, I think it is trial and error. So right, because Tamara, it's activity. That's how you learn. There's no failure, only feedback. The more you do, the more you got a chance of getting. And if you don't get something that you directly went after, maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll meet somebody. Maybe there's some collateral benefit. And the more you do, the more of those opportunities you present yourself. People are waiting for something to happen. If it happens, great. If obviously it hasn't happened yet. So while you're waiting, make some happen, reach out, do a LinkedIn Live, get on my website, take action. This is not just a time to learn, it's the time to learn and do. And return on investment is all about not having a long lag between when you invest and when you check your return. So, and a lot of times there's no way around it. You need to buy some vowels to solve the puzzle. Somebody like myself, and there's quite a few quality people out there. It's like a closet organizer. Just go in, go through everything, put it back together in the right order, have a strategy, and have a collaborative opportunity. And that's key. So, in essence, that's what I'm doing. I do this every day, LinkedIn Live. That's the only thing I really am 100% behind. I don't have time for anything else on LinkedIn now. And I'm doing one every day, been doing it for 6 months. I'm adding a second one pretty soon every day. And I'm just going to continue to grow it and be the LinkedIn Live guy. Familiarity builds reputation, and dependability, accessibility, availability, and having a nice attitude that attracts people who want to be with people who bring them up instead of bringing them down. So anyways, I've talked about this, and if you watch this on a daily basis, you see the same thread that goes through it. It's just what's practical, what is relevant, what's duplicatable, what's scalable, and who wants to work with people and who's open to honestly sharing and being authentic. And if you are, LinkedIn Live is a perfect platform. So anyways, hopefully we covered a lot of bases. Check out my website if you want to learn more about how we can work together. Reach out to me on my profile if you just want to comment. And if you feel like sharing, I'd appreciate it. So with that said, have a wonderful day, and we'll talk later. Bye for now.